Hello everyone and welcome to my presentation. Today I would like to present about factors affecting stress under COVID-19 pandemic among older adults in Tai Lue Ethnic Group in Thailand. Author Pornpavee Khamluang and Supaporn Sutnongbawa, Faculty of Public Health, Naresuan University, Thailand. In my presenter today, my name is Pornpavee Khamluang. The Tai Lue are an ethnic group living in the north of Thailand. Agenda consists of introduction, material and method, result, discussion, and conclusion. In the first part, introduction, among the elderly, stress is a major public health problem, with as many as 33.7% of the world population affected by anxiety disorder. During their lifetime, constant anxiety or stress can cause anxiety disorder. Physical activity may include tremor, angina, and insomnia, which can develop and lead to physical and mental ailments, such as anxiety disorder, depression, endocrine disorder, and high blood pressure. The COVID-19 pandemic is a widespread outbreak that can lead to increased stress and mental health problems, especially among the elderly. During the recent coronavirus outbreak, stress, anxiety, and depression have increased. Lockdown measures and social distancing have caused a lot of stress among people. COVID-19 has led to a significant increase in the prevalence of anxiety and depression among older adults. A lack of interpersonal communication can cause mental stress, which can lead to long-term physical and mental illness. With respect to having a physical impact, COVID-19 has also had a serious impact on people's mental health, but both at the individual level and in the community affecting everyone at large, causing feelings of fear, anxiety, depression, mood swing, and insecurity. Stress and anxiety have a significant impact on individual, community, and society at large. Prolonged cumulative stress is associated with many chronic conditions and diseases. Psychological stress is also associated with anxiety disorders such as stress in the normal course of eating, irritable bowel syndrome, and substance abuse. Stress activity, a physical and mental response in which a person through feeling, behavior, and biological mechanism continually change depending on the environment. Stress causes change in the physiology of hormone and neuron, resulting in behavior, anxiety, stress, depression, gastrointestinal disorder, and other physiological response. Stress acts as a link with the development of many diseases. Stress and anxiety have many negative effects on the elderly, such as disrupting sleep and having a high risk of bodily ailment. Physical, mental, and emotional stress are often affected by stress and its consequences for the body. Chronic stress can lead to atrophy of brain mass and weight loss. Change in this structure cause difference in stress response, perception, and memory. Stress can also cause cognitive change structure in the brain change with long-term effect on the nervous system. Ethnic elders are considered a vulnerable group, with its Tai Lue ethnic people who have lived in northern Thailand. In the podcast, community and society of Tai Lue ethnic people have been affected by widespread economic, social, political, and environmental change. Further, the effects have been more severe, for example, economic and financial crisis first, and thus disasters that tend to be of greater frequency and severity. In addition, COVID-19 pandemic has been transformed elder life. Mental health is an important part of health. Older adults are at high risk of facing mental health problems than other age. There are other factors besides physical health. A review of the relevant literature found that mental health factors including finance, daily living, and health factors have a positive effect on stress among the elderly. Mental health problems are therefore important public health problems that need to be addressed. The stress of the Tai Lue elders should be assessed in order to be useful in planning a stress management model for Tai Lue elders in the future. Moving the new topic, material and method. This study employed a cross-sectional study design. The objective of this cross-sectional study was to determine the factor affecting stress under COVID-19 pandemic among the elderly in Tai Lue ethnic people in Thailand. A research plan on the area in the population study was organized, and samples were studied sampling through use for data collection through quality inspection, and data analysis are as follows. 1. Being male and female elderly aged 60 years and older. 2. Having ability to read and write Thai as well as ability to communicate well in Thai. 3. Having consciousness. 4. Residing in the research area. 5. Being willing to participate in the research project. Moving to the next one. The exclusion criteria for the sample include 1. Those who has been diagnosed by a doctor as having mental illness. 2. Those who want to cancel participant in the study during the process or has a sudden illness. 3. Those who feel uncomfortable answering the question. 4. Those who move out of the research area. 5. Those who has psychiatric disorder, and 6. Those who has dementia. Research instrument. Part 1. Personal information of the respondent: sex, age, occupation, family characteristic, and congenital disease. Part 2. Physiological factors in various issues, namely movement, sleep, and 7 health problems, which consist of Likert scale. Part 3. Psychological factors in various issues, namely 1. Anxiety, 2. Boredom in life, and 3. Loneliness. 5 items consist of question Likert scale. Part 4. Family factor in various issues, namely 1. Family burden, 2. Family relationship, and 3. Social support. Question on the Likert scale comprise 5 levels. Part 5. Environmental factors in various issues comprise 1. Change in the socio-economic structure. 2. Change in technology. And 3. The relationship between people. A Likert scale. Part 6. The 20 item SPST 20 straight question with a 5-point Likert scale consisting of no straight, slight straight, and moderate straight, as well as very straightful. Most straightful, only one answer could be chosen. Let's go to the next point. Data collection. 1. Approval was gained from the Human Research Ethics Committee to the non-province public health doctor for permission to conduct research and collect data. 2. The researcher introduced an explanation and clarified the research objective as well as asked for cooperation in data collection. 3. The research visits to prepare team in the area and build familiarity with the area. 4. Data for the sample group in the target area was gained until the number of samples was complete. 5. A questionnaire was collected and written to check the completeness of data before analysis. 6. A questionnaire with complete data was used to analyze the data at Naresuan University. Next, data analysis. Concerning data analysis, the researcher checked the accuracy and completeness of the questionnaire and analyzed it by statistical method using the SPSS package program, including descriptive statistics, frequency distribution, mean, percentage, and standard deviation. Analytical statistics analysis of factors affecting state under COVID-19 outbreak among Thai elderly people was stepwise multiplication analysis at a level of confidence equal to 95% and statistical significance of 0.05. Moving to the new topic, result. Table 1. Characteristic of participant 334. Most of the participants were female, 55.7%. The age rank was mostly between 60 to 69 years, 54.8%, with most being married, 65.9%, followed by widow, 25.7%. Most of them were Buddhist, 97.3%, followed by Christian, 2.4%. Most has been educated at the primary school level, 78.4%, followed by those who has never attended school, 8.4%. Most of them were unemployed, 43.1%, followed by occupation as farmer, 40.4%. Average monthly income was mainly from the elderly premium, 36 26.5%, followed by income not exceeding 1,000 baht, 25.7%. And average monthly income was mainly from the elderly premium, 36.5%, followed by income not exceeding 1,000 baht, 25.7%. Table 2. Percentage, mean, and standard deviation of stress score among the elderly in the Tai Lue Ethnic Group, Nan Province, 334. State level, minor, intermediate, advanced, severe. It was found that most of the elderly in the Tai Lue Ethnic Group in Thailand has high stress level, 47%, followed by moderate stress level, 44.3%, severe stress, 6.6%, and low stress, 2.1%. Overall, the elderly of the Tai Lue Ethnic Group in Thailand has high level of stress. Relationship between factor and stress. Correlation show that the relationship between factor and stress comprise 14 variables as follows: physical factor, psychology factor, family factor, environmental change factor, social support factor, health literacy factor, marital status, congenital disease cause, gender, income, education, access to a healthcare system, and occupation. Next, multiplication analysis show that 4 factors affect stress, including psychological factor beta as 0.298, social support factor beta as 0.140, income factor beta as 0.121, and gender factor beta as 0.102. Together, all factors has a 13.8% power of prediction for stress. P-value lead 0.05. Discussion. The results of this study show that psychological factor and income factor has a positive effect on stress, while social support factor and gender factor has a negative effect on stress, with psychological factor having the highest predictive power, followed by social support factor, income factor, and gender factor, respectively. The findings are consistent with the results of previous study. The study of the factor affecting the mental health level of the elderly found that the marital factor was associated with mental health level when taken for correlation, while the income factor also affected the mental health of the elderly and was consistent with work. It was also found that perceived stress levels were higher among women than in men, and social capital was associated with stress among the elderly. Social support was important for senior lifestyle. Future stress can be linked to the mind, body, and spirit. Making positive choice can help solve problems, which is consistent with research that found stress and anxiety among older adults were factors that affect their quality, aging, gender, variable education, marital status, comorbidity, as well as housing conditions all contribute to stress, which was also consistent with the work of. It was found that the elderly were often stressed with physical and mental health factors, as well as financial status being the factor most affecting stress among the elderly. It was also reported that stress affects both the body and mind, and could cause mental disorder, behavioral influence, headache, insomnia, anxiety, overthinking, and depression. While stress affects both physical and mental health, as well as loss of ability to manage one's own life consistent with the work of. Some research found that health and financial factors had a positive effect on stress and depression symptoms among older adults. During the recent COVID-19 pandemic, financial factors, despair, lone illness, social isolation, and uncertainty from the COVID-19 pandemic epidemic has increased the risk for mental health issues, especially among the elderly. Further, stress and anxiety have become a widespread and serious problem, especially among women. Physiological skill training, mindfulness training, physical activity exercise have been employed among the way to manage stress, social support, social and physiological health, mental health problems, signing, physical education and help prevent stress as well as mental health problems. In conclusion, the study found that the factors influencing stress under COVID-19 pandemic among the elderly in the Tai Lue Ethnic Group in the rural Thailand were physiological factor B as 5.005 with the highest predictive power, followed by social support B as 2.899, income B as 3.049, and gender B as 2.561, respectively. Therefore, this research points out the factor influencing stress among the elderly in rural ethnic groups. The finding could serve as a guide to help address stress under COVID-19 pandemic among elderly ethnic people. In addition, it could also be applied to the elderly in other ethnic groups as well as elderly people in general. Further studies should focus on stress among other age groups, which may be need investigation under pandemic situation. Acknowledgement. I would like to thank all the participants for giving me the opportunity to learn. Thank also to all the Health Network partners for supporting this research, and gratitude is extended for the support provided by the Faculty of Public Health Naresuan University. That brings me to the end of my presentation. Thank you for your attention. Thank you.